my sound up here for a minute. Put that back up, put this back up a bit, put this back up a bit. I know that I don't have a proper microphone at the moment, but anyway, come on, bring this back up. Okay, so what do we have here? We have Microsoft announces Direct3D 12 for Linux / WSL2. So it's a new Linux kernel driver for exposing the DirectX graphics adapter. And part of the reason you might be seeing this is things like the Unreal Engine up until version 4.2.5 and this new version 5 are Windows 10 only, and literally nobody is using it, really. Okay, and I think the pressure's on both Windows and Microsoft to say, look, Android Linux now represents 75% of all web traffic, okay, and if you're going to have gaming on mobile phones, guess what it's going to be made with, right? It'll be made with Linux, okay? So they need to do this or they're going to become totally irrelevant. Nobody wants, but on the desktop, this does mean that you might be able to run Windows games, or at least DirectX through the DirectX 12 API. It says here this is a real and full Direct3D 12 API, no limitations, pretender or re-implementation here. This is the real deal. Okay, so it's compiled and for a Linux target. It says the current support allows only off-screen rendering until the GUI support is in place. This support will also require Windows WDDM 2.9 graphics drivers. We're getting too excited. Direct3 12 library for Linux will be closed source. DirectX Core and Direct3D12 libraries will be closed source and shipped as part of Windows, with it targeting DirectX. These libraries will likely have little value to Wine / Proton and the like, unless there was a new layer implemented so that they could interface with for bare metal Linux systems. Via this implementation is also how WSL2 will support OpenGL, OpenCL, and Vulkan. Recently, Microsoft and Collaborator announced they work to open with OpenGL and OpenCL over DirectX 12. Well, guess what? AMD won't be supporting any of that OpenCL stuff, so, well, they might anyway. They might. I saw an article about that. So I'm not sure how this is going to be a benefit for anybody. It might just mean that you get a closed source driver and then you would have your game and it would access whatever, and I don't know. I'm not sure on that end. Come on, move. Don't see anything more? No. Anyway, thought I'd put this up there. Might be kind of interesting for people to see. I just want to make sure I'm reading that right. Oh, it'll even support multiple GPUs. Interesting. Anyway.